Now I was trying to figure out how to put this up by myself, because I got to hold this up here and push up on it, screw it in and everything. So if you're by yourself, you got to pass this big, how the heck are you going to do that? Well, that's what I wanted to show you, and I've never come across this before, and this is the first time. Well, you know what? I always tell you, there's always two ways to do something. Here's the second way to hang the sheetrock. I cut some little 1x4s and I put screws up in there, and this overhangs, so I'm going to lift the sheetrock up and I'm going to slide it in there. That's going to hold the sheetrock up on that end, right? That's the theory. And then over on this end, I've got another piece here. I've got that flat here. Once I push it up there and push it up, I should be able to take this, and my screws were just barely long enough. Then I'm going to have to take my hammer and tap this over and just catch the edge, you know, just catch the edge like that, and that's going to hold this piece up here. Now obviously if you've got somebody here to help you, who's willing and able to help you, it's easy. You just have somebody hold the other side or push up on there, you get two ladders, whatever. But we're going to try this out and see if it works. Oh yeah. Now I have not pre-fit this. I could have tried to pre-fit it first, but I feel pretty confident that it's going to go. Come on. My blocks are just a hair too high. I can't get it. I'm not going to be able to get it with those blocks. I'm going to have to prop the blocks down or something. I don't think that's going to work.
Yeah, you just...
If you put blocks like that, you could put a shim underneath it, as long as that's hanging down. Because see, this piece has to go straight up, you know. All right, that's not gonna work. In theory, it was pretty good. I'm going to try this again. I put longer screws in here. I just let this dangle. The screws are plenty long now. Okay? Theory has it. I'm going to push it up in there. I don't care if this fits tight. It's not going to fall. Okay? So now, I'm going to try it again. See what happens. Okay, second time. Ooh. Look at that.
Whoa!
Uh-oh. Don't clap too much yet. Boy, I haven't made it a little bit long, or a little bit short. And
Still,
Oh no, it's there.
yeah, there it is.
it's there, except this edge is slightly off. Ah, just a hair.
Square edge.
Yeah, that's my square edge too.
Well, the square edge should be down there.
That's
No,
right.
the square edge is there and here. Okay, so may have to trim that sheetrock off just a hair. Oh, there. Okay. All right, you're gonna be that way about it. I'll get you. Third time's a charm.
Yep.
Okay, this was square, but there's a slight bump over here, and I can't go any further because there's some blocks in here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm just gonna shave this edge off just a little bit with my sheetrock saw. And if you want, you can put a mark up there about where you want it. You know, it's not going to be very much. This line was pretty straight, but you know, sometimes you got to tweak things. Okay. Now before I put it back up there, when you get ready to nail this, you want to nail around the edges of the existing too, because the last nail was about 1/8 inch this way. See how this is loose a little bit right there. So Even if it's not loose, I always like to nail the edges as well, or screw it, you know? All right, let's try this again. I tell you, this better fit this time.
Yep, got it.
There it is. Now, I can tap that over.
That'll hold it.
In theory, I should be able to let go of this.
Yay!
Now see, that screw's not very long. I should have used longer screws, but that's all I had. Okay, can I get you to hold that just with,
You want me to?
yeah. Just take that and just hold up here, just for insurance purposes. I don't want that screw to come down.
No.
Okay. Now there's two ways you can nail this. You can use your sheetrock nails. I happen to have a couple, and I'm just going to tack this, but I really want to use screws. Since I'm up here, you know, that's why I had my pencil mark there. Okay, look at this, make sure it's where it needs to be. That's why I don't like using these nails in hard wood, because they bend. Yeah, it's feeling hard already. I don't think I'm going to use these.
Oh, screw them on.
Let me just put one in here to tack it. Hey. Oh, there's a pencil mark there, but that's not the one. It's over here. Okay. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and use sheetrock screws. 1 1/4 sheetrock screws, and I'm gonna get this thing up there now. I would never own a drill with a cord on it like this. It always gets in the way, grabs onto my ladder and all that. And I don't like this, it spins too fast. So you gotta be kind of careful of this. And on the edges, when you put screws in, you can just make them flush. You don't have to try to countersink them in kind of like a sheetrock nail.
Yeah.
You just want to make it flush, because it doesn't matter, because you're going to put tape over all the seams all the way around. So you're better off to make that flat, and you don't want to try to screw it up too far. The idea is, if you screw that up too far and if you break the paper, then you lose the strength of the sheetrock. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's why they don't even use this type of drill, really. When they do sheetrock, they have a special tip on there that kind of presses in. You can push it in as hard as you want, and it's adjustable, and it sinks up there exactly at the same position every time. But I don't have one of those with me. So I'm just going to have to be careful and do it this way. I can take those down. I'll take it down in a second. Okay, now these ones along the side, this had the backing and everything. Those were all nailed, so this is all tight over here. I don't really have to put any. I just have to put them here. And again, the one just on the end here, I can make flush. And you know those studs, those ceiling joists, they're hard as a rock. They're probably 30 years old.
Probably 50.
Or more.
50.
50. just going to make that flush when I put the tape on there that's going to cover that up. Okay? As you go all the way around, we've done it. I've got screws on this side, screws over there, and I've got the ends. Now I have to do these middle ones. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I'm ready to put these screws up here. Now, if you're really good at it, you can eyeball it and put them in. Kind of look there all the way across. Now, if you're not, take your tape measure from that end, measure over. Remember, I had a pencil line right there. We know that's the center, right? I hold it there, 31 3/8. I can hold it here at 31 3/8. Okay, I can hold it over here, 31 3/8. And I can do that over here too. Move my ladder, get it certain angles, and that's a good way to put your back out, twisting too much different ways. Okay? Transfer your mark. Okay. And that's where I'm going to put them. I don't necessarily have to put them exactly where those are. Now, in theory, you're supposed to put 12-inch centers, which means you might as well put 4 screws in here because you don't want to have to measure everything at 12 inches, 12 inches, 12 inches. I just put 4 screws in the middle, 4 screws over there. And the reason why I'm not using nails again is because that stuff is hard. And you have a tendency of bending your nails, or they're not able to suck in all the way or anything like that, okay? So now I'm going to transfer a mark and put a mark there and be ready to go. Now if you're going to use a drill, I would not recommend using a power operated drill like this because it goes too fast. If you want to do it, you can use a battery operated drill or whatever, but you can also get a little tip that fits on here that's designed to install sheetrock screws. You can buy that at the hardware store and they're good for any power drill. Okay, so if you're going to do a whole ceiling and you don't want to buy the whole screw gun because you're only going to do one ceiling, but you got a battery operated drill or a power drill like this, I guess, you find that tip at the hardware store. Okay, you'll be glad about it. Man, this is some hard work. This is really giving me a workout, but you know, I need the workout and I'm doing it myself and saving some money. If I can do this, I'll get better with the next one and the next one and the next one. Pretty soon I'll be helping all my friends out. You'll be the talk of the town, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm going to use sheetrock screws here, and because I don't have that tip on here, I got to put these up. This is 1.25 inches, and so what I want to do is try not to ram it all the way up there, and it's kind of hard with this drill because it wants to just keep going on me. I'm just going to have to be careful. I want to get it flush and maybe just a hair more than flush without breaking the paper. Okay, you want it just a hair up, but not too far up, but far enough to get the sheetrock mud to cover that. Okay. Easy as you go. I know you can do this. It takes a while. Get used to running the drill, but you'll get good at it. Okay, there's 3. I got another one to do there. I'm going to do these over here. Just take your time with it. And if you put the screw up too far, that's okay. Put another screw next to it a couple inches away and try it again. You'll get her.